The Grinch was justified in his attack on Whoville. Now, a lot of people don't want the Grinch to be justified. As a matter of fact, look at this man. Look at him. Look at him in his big belly. Look at him in his Santa Claus fit. That's the most common perception of the Grinch. Tells me that he's walking around booty butt naked the entire time. That tells me that he's a man that doesn't care about the opinions of others, and he masters what he is. But let's really break down if the Grinch did anything bad. I don't think he did anything bad. As a matter of fact, the people of Whoville, haughty on their hubris, cast out the Grinch. They hated him for his differences. They did not respect what he was. He was a green man. As a matter of fact, let's talk about another green man, the Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk popped up, and the Avengers welcomed him with open arms. They said, "You can punch?" He said, cool. What about Bruce Banner? He's a great sign. I don't care about Bruce Banner. The Hulk can hit good. That's great. He's a green man that's respected in the corpus of the world. That's a beautiful thing. I love to see that. Fing Fang Foom, however, is a green person that wasn't respected. He became a villain. Same with Abomination. These green people were much like the Grinch, ridiculed by society and hated for the aspects of what they were, how they operated. We hate to see that deeply. But however, we saw what happens when green can be cultivated into a beautiful thing. We love green. I know people that smoke this specific product on the screen. The French word for yes with a D at the end. I know what you're on about. I've seen you at the festivals going crazy, looking like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, eating all those meals, having the munchies, enjoying the food. I know what you are. I grasp it. I know how you operate. As a matter of fact, this green is your favorite. Yeah, I see that. That's money. That's guala guala, dollar bills, y'all. We love to see it. I know you work every day to get this hard-earned money, and I'm picking up what you're putting down. I know what you are. I know what you are. However, the Grinch was hated for his greenness. They said green is mean. They did that because it rhymed. I know what you are, Dr. Seuss. He's a mean one. Mr. Grinch. That's not even a Christmas song. That's just a song tearing somebody apart for 3 minutes. You're as nasty as an eel. They're just messing with them. They're just hateful. They're just very evil, messed up. So you can play it out year round. Doesn't even have to be a Christmas song. There's no Christmas tunes and the entirety of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. There's no Christmas. It's in reference to Christmas because he's messing up Christmas, but there's no reason to just tear him apart for the whole song. And what happens in Whoville? They're all friends. Community. He gets to watch up top his sultry throne. He gets to see them. And you know what he has? A man's best friend, a dog. A dog that helps him out, helps him deliver all the presents. Take all the presents, actually. He goes down there. He concocts a scheme. He said, okay, they don't want to invite me out to Sunday brunch. I'm the only one not getting invited. There is a sex offender in Whoville right now that is enjoying Christmas. There's an uncle that has touched a little Who child out there. And the Grinch, no crimes, mind you. He's done nothing bad. He's just green. Green, a little bit angry. He didn't do anything bad for real. However, there is a criminal in Whoville. There's criminals in Whoville. There's people doing tax evasion and tax fraud and ruining lives in Whoville. And you're telling me the Grinch doesn't? The Grinch doesn't get invited? You messing me up. You messing with my brain. You destroying my soul. The Grinch deserves every bit of joy and love from those community of people. Cindy Hulu. She pops up and she's a child. Oh, she understands. She says, you know what? I know what it's like to be ridiculed and hated. But she didn't say that. She just says, all right, cool, you Santa? Cool, I want a gift. That's a child's ignorance. Ignorance so beautiful that it actually changes his heart. It grows not 1, not 2, but 3 sizes larger. 3 sizes larger it grows. I do not condemn the Grinch, however, because everybody can have a change of heart. He was hated, and so that caused his heart to get smaller inside of his chest. That caused him to get angrier. That caused him to feel a deep resentment towards the people, the haughty middle class. The Grinch was living in poverty. The Grinch was living in deep poverty. It wasn't the ultra rich that made it mad. It was the complacent middle class that ruined it for him. It was the people that had their Christmas and had their gifts and had their fun. And the Grinch watched. You think he wanted to be invited? You think he wouldn't have enjoyed maybe a card? Maybe a gift card to Denny's? or Houdini's, whatever it's called in that universe, you think he's not thinking to himself, wow, they really do not fuck with me. This is sad. He has to hear that Chahu Doris, Chahu Doris. You know how much of a banger that song is? Imagine hearing that banger, seeing fireworks, and just saying to yourself, I got this dog. I have a dog. How does he even get groceries? He has to ship them out far. If you ever been to Alaska, on the outskirts of Alaska, Doritos are about $10. $10 Doritos. Why? Because they have to ship them in from the city. The Grinch had to pay tariffs to get a pound of pancake mix. And you telling me that he's not justified in trying to take all the gifts and make them feel as he felt? And yes, misery loves company. It is not correct to annihilate people, but revenge is a dish best served cold. But the Grinch, with every gift, he had everything. He could have made the worst Christmas of all time. He could have ruined everybody's Christmas. Instead, he created a problem and then solved it himself, just like every single poor person on the planet. And that's what I like to hear. Your laundry's not done? Well, you'll feel better when it is done. You created that problem and you fix it yourself. Guess what? You can't get a job? Well, go in there and harass the manager and force them to give you a job. And then you end up getting fired because you do a no-call, no-show because you fell asleep playing video games all night. You created that problem and you lost that job. So you complain about why you don't have a job. And that's what happened to me realistically. But however, that's what I like to see. Making an issue and then solving it yourself. Creating a climate crisis and then saying we're going to fix the climate. That's what I like to see. Didn't know what we were doing to the climate? That's okay. Grinch didn't know what he was doing either. Grinch knew one thing and one thing only. He was green. People hated him. However, if I was green with a big old belly and a heart 3 times as small as everybody else, would you hate me? Would you despise me? I'm using a green screen right now. I probably got a little green hue around me right now, glowing with the aspect of green all throughout my body. Would you hate me? Would you condemn me? I do not condemn the Grinch for his actions, for the Grinch has done nothing wrong in the eyes of the world. You see, the Grinch is a force of nature. He is a tornado coming through, and now he is named Santa Claus. Santa Claus is a little dog that does all the gifts and the joy, and he is invited. He's giving out food to people. He has a family and a community, and people don't hate him. He can do a shower, shave a little bit, have a good time, and maybe put on some clothes. That is the beauty of the Grinch. But I don't condemn him. The Grinch should do it again, actually. He should do it again to show what he can do, his potential. He snuck into all those houses with no training prior, showing that they were too complacent. Shows me that they didn't care about robbery. They didn't have any security system, nothing, no cops, not a single cop in that whole city. You trust yourself that much? All the people are nice? I would have robbed you too. I would have done the same thing the Grinch done. No cops in your city. No sense of fear. No fear in your soul. You disgust me, Whoville. You're gross. Tell you this right now. I'll be the Grinch right now. I'll be the Grinch right now.